Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about crypto in general, talk about the markets a little bit. I will take questions, as I mentioned. I will move crypto around for you guys. We'll do a little tech support, answer questions, all that good stuff. I'm repeating myself. I'd like to remind everyone this is not an investment forum, so please don't ask me about Coin X. Even if you tip me, I will ignore it, so tip at your own hazard. So let's get this thing going. Again. I think we got things working here. Yeah, it's crazy week. I got my new shirt on, like pancake swap, right? What do we got here? Stack 'em. Cool stuff, right? We've got our I told you so Bitcoin coffee cup. I'm brewing a little single Folgers here. It's good stuff. Pretty smooth. And I've got the shell of the rig behind me. I had an issue. I think I had mentioned it last week. I had like a overheat, overflow. Popped a connector from my liquid cooled hose. It spewed liquid all over the machine. I thought it was fine. I don't know if that is directly related to what happened. Apparently my motherboard took a dive. And so, you know, I was working and the machine started flaking out. I remember. I was working. Everything was fine. We went to the store, came back. The machine was asleep. It would not wake up from sleep. I tried and tried and tried. Could not figure it out. So I ended up pulling the thing semi apart and, you know, playing around with components, trying to figure out what the problem was. And so I couldn't. So I took the hard drives out of my main rig and stuck them back in this guy, which is my previous motherboard. It was actually kind of a backup machine. So at least I had access to my stuff. I'm going to build a new rig. From the ashes of the old will come a new, better rig. I had sort of been thinking about upgrading. So hopefully next week I'll have that all good. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Let's see. Okay, so Salvador from Peru. That's cool. Let's see here. Oh, we need to play around with the you know, the resolution so you can see my entire screen. We'll get that straightened out. I know I could do zooming or scaling or just probably would have been better. But I'm so used to this. When I scale, things look weird for me. So go figure. All right, I think we're in good shape here. We're going to need to pull up the first news story here in a sec. Let's see where we're at here. Oops. What happened? Oh, unbelievable. I thought I had moved these. Blech, that's okay. All right. Let's just, before we get too much further in all of this, I'm going to direct your attention to the description down below where I've got all of my affiliate link goodies. I have a new partner, BlockFi. We'll talk about BlockFi tonight. I think I'll throw that clip or that affiliate link in there. But we've got my CoinTracker affiliate link, my Ledger affiliate link. We've got the crypto.com, Trezor, a couple of affiliate links for signing up for cryptocurrency exchanges. We're going to talk about issues with exchanges tonight. I've got a couple of stories for you on that. I've got my email here. I apologize for those of you who sent me emails this week. I haven't been able to reply to all of them yet. Falling a little behind. Things are getting crazy. I do have a day job, and I had to do payroll this week, so that kind of threw me off, a little bit behind, but we're working on that. And then I have the news stories that I'm going to cover down below here, so that if you want to read the stories that I'm referring to, you'll have links to those. All right, so let's go to the... let's pop out chat and move it over to the other side so that I can sort of move. I can see the chat. Scott is here. That's great. Let's see. Let's pull up that first news story. Why did I not get that in there? That's really weird. Did I put it in here? I don't know. Whatever. All right. Let's just go to the first one. Let's not get too... Ugh, come on, Rex. What are you doing? Okay, here we go. All right. So our first story is a Bitcoin story. Of course, I like to include a Bitcoin story for you guys. The title of the live stream is, of course... let's do this, because at least I'll have a couple of them queued up. Bitcoin bullishness for Bitcoin continues despite its struggle to reclaim 60,000. It just hit 60,000 last week. In the morning, I believe, early Saturday morning, it hit 60,000. The previous high was like 58 something, and so we woke up last week to 60,000. And I think during the live stream, we had broken 62, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it's only been a week since it cracked 60. So I'm not too worried about Bitcoin. We had, the week before, we had that drop from like its 58 something high back down to the low. I think it had actually gone below 50,000, I think. Bitcoin is volatile, guys. Bitcoin is volatile. I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I like to point out some of these chartist prognostications and analysis of, the patterns of the charts and that sort of thing. I don't hold a lot of stock in those myself, but I do like to see Bitcoin go up. That I like. So, my focus really... I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin, but I'm also, I like to watch the altcoin market, and the altcoin market tends to follow Bitcoin to a certain extent, but it also, there's usually a burst in the altcoin market when Bitcoin is in holding pattern. So I kind of like when Bitcoin is sort of just hanging in there, So anyway, you might want to check out this article if you want a little more in-depth analysis of what's going on with the price of Bitcoin. It did crack 60 today at one point on Crypto.com, which is based in Hong Kong. I don't know that it actually cracked it in, as far as the U.S. exchanges are concerned, but yeah, Bitcoin's doing fine. I'm not worried about Bitcoin at all, right? Let's see what we got. Our next story would be sort of Coinbase delays highly anticipated. Okay, we can't find that one either. Okay, let's go here. That's why I link them, right? So I can just copy and I don't usually do them this way, but it was a little towards the end as we were coming up to the live stream. I had didn't get all the news stories queued up the way I usually do. Coinbase delays highly anticipated direct listing to April. So if you're not aware, Coinbase, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the US, I believe Binance is the biggest cryptocurrency exchange worldwide. I'm not sure what the actual ranking is and how you rank them anyway, but so Coinbase was going public in the US. It was a big deal, very bullish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. They did have a little housekeeping to attend to. They were under investigation from the, who are these people? CFCT. and they settled with them. Considering the amount of profit and volume that Coinbase does, 6.5 million is a pittance. It's not even a wrist slap, you know. It's just sort of, you know, okay, let's put this behind us. We'll, you know, we'll settle on this fee. It's just, just on paper, I guess, to get past some of these allegations. And some of these are from a while back. We don't know that one of them, whether he was a rogue employee or he was following orders or whatever. But one of the employees was engaged in some, I don't know what you would call it, wash trading to make Litecoin appear to have a higher volume than it did. None of this is really price manipulation. Most of this is related to volume type manipulation. And there's debates on both sides on whether it's volume manipulation or not. But they agreed to settle this to sort of move past it. If you recall, back in 17 and 18, there were a lot of allegations of exchange volume manipulation. There were a lot of articles out there claiming that there really was no volume of Bitcoin. It was all a sham and a scam. And come on, be that as it may, people are buying Bitcoin and using cryptocurrency exchanges. So yes, there is volume. Maybe not as much as some cryptocurrency exchanges would like you to believe. Because the more volume they have, the better the reputation, all that good stuff. So yeah, they pump themselves up a little bit using various methods, right? But I don't believe that the volume issues are prove that Bitcoin is a scam. That used to be the argument, right? That all of these exchanges were just inventing these volumes out of thin air and that they weren't real, right? But we all know that that's not true. Okay, but anyway, they're delaying their listing until April. They were supposed to come out in March, and so I don't know. This news hasn't really appeared to have affected the price of Bitcoin. It may on Monday morning. We don't know. We'll find out. Right? It's good stuff. All right. So what is our next story here? Binance Smart Chain. Okay, I'd like to cover this particular story because it involves a little bit of. There it is. It involves fraud, right? On the Binance Smart Chain. And I talk about the Binance Smart Chain a lot on my my live stream and in my videos. And the reason I do is because decentralized exchanges are pretty much the next step in crypto. There's lots of next steps, right? This is just one of them. But NFTs being another, which I'll cover an NFT story in a bit. But this is really where the real revolution in finance is taking place, on decentralized exchanges where you can farm, yield farm, stake your coins, earn return, much better than banks. But you have to be careful. Now, we're all familiar with the Ethereum blockchain and their decentralized exchanges, and that's kind of where DeFi is in the mainstream to a certain extent, but the fees are ridiculously high, and the trading fees, transfer fees, wait times are just completely ridiculous. The Binance Smart Chain is faster and cheaper, but not quite as decentralized because the Binance Smart Chain is sort of controlled by Binance to a certain extent. It is a blockchain, but Binance maintains a certain amount of control over it, so it's not really fully decentralized. But because of its lower fees and faster transaction times, there are a lot of new platforms being created on the Binance Smart Chain, mostly decentralized exchanges, yield farming, that sort of thing, and a lot of scams, right? So I think we talked about a scam last week on the Binance Smart Chain. They're not unheard of on the Ethereum blockchain either. It just comes with the territory. I just want everyone to be aware of these sort of things. I think here in the US, we are used to a certain level of it's sort of like the parachute thing, or a certain level of regulation and insurance on things where, like if you go to a store and you buy something you don't like, you can just take it back, right? Even without the receipt most of the time. In other countries, I don't think it's so much like that, right? It's sort of like buyer beware, all sales are final sort of thing. That's the way Bitcoin is. That's the way a lot of other cryptocurrency are. Irreversible transactions. Like if you go and you buy a new computer and you get it home and it doesn't work, or it doesn't work what you want it for, what you need it for, and you try to take it back, and the guy in the store says, well, it works, it just doesn't work for your video editing, that's your problem, blah blah blah. You call Amex, you call MasterCard or Visa or whatever, and you stop the charges, reverse the charges. People in the US are, have that level of I can't think of the word for it anyway. You don't get that in the crypto world, right? Once it's gone, it's gone. I get a lot of heartfelt emails from people who have transferred crypto to the wrong type of address, especially on exchanges, and then they can track it down on the blockchain and say, look, I see where it went. And you go, yeah, I know you can see where it went, but that doesn't mean you can get it, because private key, you need the private key. Just because you can see where it went on the blockchain doesn't mean you can get it back. Anyway, I just want everyone to be aware of these types of situations. So we will talk about the Binance Smart Chain tonight. And then the next story, I'll try to cover the news quickly here tonight, is another one about NFTs. AVANT-GARDE master BARANOFF-ROSSINE, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, will be auctioned as an NFT. Now, this guy is apparently a real painter, so I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to digitize his painting. 3 digitized NFT piece auctions, and apparently he's sanctioning these, so they are official NFTs. If you're not aware, NFT stands for non-fungible token, which is basically like a tokenized blockchain asset that is unique, as opposed to Bitcoin, which claims fungibility, although the Monero people might disagree because of the transparent nature of the Bitcoin blockchain. Some Bitcoin is not as worth as much as others if it's been involved in tainted transactions. But in general, it's fungible like dollars, right? $1 equals $1, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Whereas an NFT is unique, right? There are series of NFTs where there may be 10 of a series or 100 of a series. A lot of these are one of a kind, digitally signed on, the blockchain. And so they are unique digital assets. And they're just exploding lately. So I thought I would throw up this story. It's a big deal. You're going to hear a lot about NFT auctions. It seems to be the playground of the rich, right? All right. So I got through the news. I got through our housekeeping, and we're ready to roll here. I want to jump in and look at questions, because there were a lot of them earlier. And some of the comments when I popped out chat, I lost some people. I hate when that happens. Boom, boom, boom. Doggone it. I'm all screwed up here, aren't I? Revealing all kinds of personal information. But that's me. Okay, so when I popped out chat, I lost some of the early people that were asking some questions. So I apologize for that. If you're still here, maybe you can throw your questions back up again. I know someone had mentioned something about Polkadot on the ledger, and they wanted me to go over the staking a little bit. You can stake Polkadot on a ledger now, in Ledger Live, I mean. As you can see here, I've got a Polkadot account. That's fairly new. That was only recently that you were able to do that. Before, you had to stake Polkadot over on the Polkadot website, and you could use a ledger to do that. You could hold the private keys on your ledger device. And I was doing that, and this particular, this dot right here was being managed somewhere else, and then I was able to add it to my ledger. Basically, you need to go over to the manager and download the dot app. Let's get this thing fired up over here. I'm going to pull this up over on my other screen so I can see. I have this thing. I need to sort of see myself so that I know what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so you have a ledger device. This device is not a wallet. It's called a wallet. It is a key ring for a wallet, for multiple wallets, right? The private keys are stored on this device, right? So I get a lot of questions like, how much Bitcoin will this thing hold? It's not really the right question, right? Because these are simply digital keys for wallets. The Bitcoin is stored on the blockchain. But the blockchain is secured by advanced cryptography. No one can move Bitcoin from one address to another unless they have control of those wallets, and control of those wallets rests within these private keys. I'm going to use MetaMask a little later. MetaMask can be connected to a ledger, but I tend not to do that. The private keys for these MetaMask wallets that you'll watch me work on later are actually stored on the computer in a folder buried deep within Windows, in the app data folder in Windows, on a Windows machine. So not quite as secure as this, but if you've got a secure machine, and you're not downloading a bunch of junk, and virus protection, malware protection, pretty secure, right? And then there's phone-based wallets where they actually have the private key stored on the phone as well. You can do that. So anyway, we're going to talk a little. I'm going to just go ahead and connect this ledger so you guys can see how this works. I'm going to connect the ledger, and then I'll go ahead and enter the PIN quickly before you guys lose interest. I've got some I wrote some notes down so that hopefully we'll be able to cover all the topics I wanted to talk about with you guys tonight. All right, so we got this guy entered. Let's see. The great crash of 2021, I'm talking about my computer, kind of threw me for a loop because, this computer is where I do most of all of my work. And it was quite disheartening to have everything sort of crash on me. Okay, let's see if we can get that. That's looking good, right? Right, there, see, now we got it's nice, bigger than it was, right? I had to redo all my camera stuff because I switched hardware. All right, so if you're going to manage Polkadot on your Ledger device in Ledger Live, you need to first go over to the manager. Someone asked, I noticed, who's probably still here, we'll have to allow Ledger Manager. We're connected to the computer. We've got our PIN entered. Let's hit both buttons here to get into the manager. Someone said that they were asking for the app, were saying they needed to be updated. Usually you'll see a blue dot over here, and then you may have a few apps that say they need to be updated. And someone was saying that it was telling them the app needed to be updated. They were running the updates, and it kept still saying that they needed to be updated. So I don't know if that's like happening over several days or just within your Ledger Live. Always remember that any trouble that you have with a Ledger device or a Ledger Live is just apply the same reasoning you would to other pieces of software and other gadgets, right? It's 2021. We've been playing around with computers and gadgets for years now, but a lot of people don't apply the same logic to Ledger Live and the Ledger device because they think if they do one little thing wrong, they're going to lose all their crypto. You need to get past all of that If you have your 24-word recovery phrase written down and stored in a safe place, there's nothing you can do to lose your crypto by reinstalling live or playing around with the device. Even if the device gums up on you, you can always get a new device and restore with your recovery seed, right? So people are really weird about troubleshooting with these devices, right? But if you're having that issue, right, if the app keeps telling you, oh, you need to be updated, disconnect, reconnect, reboot, uninstall Ledger Live, reinstall Ledger Live, restore the device from the 24-word recovery phrase, that is the last thing you want to do troubleshooting wise. But that might be your ultimate solution if that's what's going on. Or get a different device and restore that and see if the same thing is happening, right? I know it's easy for me because I have, bunches of them laying around. I can always experiment on different devices and do restores. And you may only have one and you spent, your hard-earned money on it and you don't have that much crypto to do all this troubleshooting. But rest assured that you can disconnect and reconnect. Your Bitcoin is not going to disappear. So there's, just do normal troubleshooting kind of stuff. Maybe go connect it to a different device and see if the same thing happens on a different computer, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I can't recreate that because it's not telling me that it needs to be updated. All right, but we kind of got off track. Here's the Polkadot app, right? You can simply install it on your device, right? And, you can uninstall it pretty easy. Right? Now, I have a Ledger Nano X. It holds a lot of apps. I get a lot of people asking me about the Ledger Nano S and complaining because it'll only hold 3 or 4 or less, depending on the app. I would highly recommend you go get the X. This thing can hold like 20 or 30 apps. And you can see up here that there's a lot of empty space free on it. Right? But you can easily delete and add apps, right? So if we delete that's Cosmos. All right, let's delete, what were we doing here? Where'd that thing go? Oh yeah, let's delete Polkadot, all right? So you can delete an app and put a different app on there and go manage it, right? And then you can go back over and then reinstall the app and the same wallet will be there again, right? I just deleted the private keys for my Polkadot wallet. Right, but I can just go right back and install it again, right? It's very easy. And what happens is, because this thing is deterministic, it has a master private key based on that 24-word recovery phrase. If I delete an app like Polkadot, it deletes the private keys of the Polkadot wallet. But when I do reinstall, when I install that app again, it will recreate the exact same wallet keys because the device is deterministic, right? It always recreates the exact same. It doesn't just create a random wallet each time, right? It's very, it's based on math, right? So you can, like if you've got Ethereum and Bitcoin and you can't fit XRP, just an example, and you can delete the Litecoin, or you can delete Ethereum and install XRP and then go manage your XRP. And then if you need to manage Ethereum, you can go reinstall Ethereum and delete XRP. But if you got a Ledger Nano X, you don't have to go through all that, right? I think Cosmos was on here too. Let's go ahead and put that back on. I don't know, was he deleting the keys to all my wallets, right? And I'm not worried, right? They'll just come right back. All right, so once you have that Polkadot app installed on your device, you can go back over here to the accounts and just choose Add Account if you've never done this before, and just choose Polkadot, right? And then hit Continue, and it will scan your device for any existing Polkadot wallets. Watch what happens when I do this. It wants me to open the Polkadot app, so it shows up on the device. We'll hit both buttons. And it's going to scan this device for any existing wallets, right? You watched me delete Polkadot, right? And then reinstall it. And first of all, oh, this is a different device. Oops. All right. So there's some dot on here that was, I'm not going to put that one on here. This is different. But anyway, that's right. That's how you do it, right? You just add it right back on there. I'm not going to do that one. I could. Oops. Yeah, I try not to show you everything that I've got in my pocket, but sometimes I do. All right, so here we've got this Ledger Polkadot app. And if it's empty, right, you can just add some Polkadot to it, right, by doing a receive. And I'll say you don't have to buy. And then there's your address. And then you can go buy some DOT on Binance or whatever, and then just transfer it to this address. We'll talk about that a little bit. All right. And then I wanted to show you, if you want to manage your assets, you click Manage Assets, and then you can stake on here. Now, I did a video on that. I'm going to turn this thing off. My arm is getting tired holding this up. But it was a good video on the setup and everything, but the staking part left something to be desired, because I only did staking of 5 DOT, and that's not enough. You need like 100 to 200 DOT to do proper staking within the DOT ecosystem, right? But it is unbonding now. It takes 28 days to unbond, right? And then I think we did it last week or the week before, right? So I still have 14 days. Now it's counting down. I have 14 days before this DOT becomes fully spendable in my wallet. Right? But, you know, if we hit Manage Assets, we can nominate, and there's a bunch of nominators on there. I don't want to go into the whole spiel, but I will point out that I do have a video that I will, I'm just going to link to that video, how to stake Polkadot. Keep in mind, and I would, if you're going to watch this video, I would recommend that you go into the comments, because there's a little more clarification from the viewers and myself about how much DOT you need to stake. I just sort of did a willy-nilly just stake. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So let me jump and look at some questions. Hopefully there's nobody that's totally spamming here. I got somebody's here that has been hidden previously. So, Sam, if you can hear me, none of your comments are getting through as far as I can see. I can see them, that they're hidden. Okay, let's see. I don't want to miss any. If I miss your question, please shoot me an email. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I don't understand what's going on with Ledger Live not showing all of the Cosmos transactions. I don't believe I have any Cosmos wallets on that ledger, but apparently someone sent me an email saying that after the upgrade, the coin upgrade, the Cosmos upgraded their blockchain, and some people were complaining that they weren't seeing their full balance in Ledger Live, or the DR is saying he doesn't see all his transactions. I would just off the top of my head, I would say there's more than one way to view your transaction history. You can take your Cosmos address and go on the Cosmos blockchain explorer and look at your transaction history. So it's not lost, right? You may not be able to see it in Ledger Live, and I know that's annoying, but it's not like you can't see your transactions somewhere, right? So that's number one. Number two, when certain coins do upgrades on their blockchain, there are certain things that don't work right on Ledger. Like, for example, Polkadot had an upgrade a while back, and I was unable to send out transactions. I was unable to get my ledger to sign outgoing transactions. And that was like pretty scary because it's like, oh wait, I've got like 20 or 30 DOT in there and I can't get them out, right? Well, as it turns out, I went on their Telegram site, and I was like, what's going on here? And they said, oh, well, our developers are working on the Ledger Live Polkadot app. We still need to upgrade that, right? So I know it would be great if it were a perfect world and developers thought of everything and did everything simultaneously, but they don't all the time. They're really busy working on this like upgrade for their platform, and then the Ledger app that the developers of the platforms work on the apps. It's not Ledger that's programming all of the apps. I mean, I'm sure they do quite a bit, and they do APIs and whatever, but the individual apps need to be upgraded by the developers of the coin itself. Right? So a lot of times when you'll have an upgrade on the platform, like the Cosmos upgrade, there'll be certain functionality that needs to be updated in the Ledger Live or in the Ledger device apps, right? So this might just be an issue of just wait a bit until there's a new version of the Cosmos app. You'll notice there that when I went over there to Manager, it didn't tell me that the Cosmos app needed to be updated. But perhaps that's because the developers haven't posted the new updates yet. So it might be an issue like that. If you cannot see your balance in Ledger Live, there might be other ways to check your balance on your Ledger device. Let me see. I was trying to think. Cosmos may have, whoops, Cosmos, there it is right there. Let's see, tools, Bill's SDK, what is Cosmos? There's gotta be I'm trying to find a wallet interface. Let's just try Cosmos Wallet, right? Okay, all right. All right, so there's a lot of different ways you can access your Cosmos, and some of them have the Ledger functionality. Let's see if I can find one. I think Cosmos, well, no. Well, yeah. Okay. If this is going to load or not. This is just an alternate way of looking at your Cosmos wallet, right? Usually there's a... Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. See, now I'm getting kind of stuck here. Products. The Cosmos Explorer. Oh, that's just for looking at your Cosmos. The app wallet. Okay, the web wallet. Okay, here we go. All right, so maybe if you check the web wallet and connect your wallet, right? Connect to the Ledger device. See, it sees my Ledger as connected. We'll hit connect here. Okay, I need to open the Cosmos wallet now. Oops. Let me show you this real quick. I may have screwed this up because usually for these it's better that you're actually in the app when you first... Let's find it here. Where's Cosmos? Did we just... Okay, I think that's it down there. Yeah. All right, so we'll go into the Cosmos app. Cannot open wallet. Please check Ledger if device is connected. Let's try this one more time now that we're in the app. Okay. All right, there we go. Mine should say 0. Yeah. Mine should say 0 because I don't have any Cosmos in this on this device, right? I think I had one on a previous device, but I've already got this guy connected. I'm not going to disconnect and reconnect and go through all that. But you can look at your Cosmos here, and perhaps you'll find that missing balance in this interface, right? Or you'll see those transactions that you can't see in Ledger Live. I know it's irritating, and people we're that U.S. mentality, right? We expect everything to be right, and if it's not right, we want to pick up the phone and complain to somebody, right? But it's not a perfect world, especially in crypto and in Ledger Live. Ledger Live is not perfect, right? It's a pretty decent app for managing crypto wallets, but really the key, what I really like about Ledger is the device, right? It's better than Ledger Live itself, right? So as you can see, I can connect using other interfaces to the same private keys that are stored on my Ledger, right? So maybe if you're having issues with Ledger Live after the Cosmos upgrade, go check out their web wallet. If that doesn't work, you may need to wait until the developers, the Cosmos developers, upgrade the app, right? Because they're the ones that actually, program in a lot of the functionality of that. All right, so we're getting a little off track, but I hope that answers that question. Let me go turn this guy off again. Let me go check some more questions. Pancake Swap is safe, has thousands of stacked before, during, and after the DNS attack. There was a DNS attack of Pancake Swap website, had nothing to do with their smart contracts or their website. Someone was hacking the DNS settings from their service provider, or however DNS attacks work. They're done on the internet, and they were spoofing their IP address or their DNS address, and they were pretending to be them and asking people to enter their private keys. Don't ever enter your private keys on any website for any reason. I know a lot of people panic and they think they've lost their crypto and they'll do anything to get it back. And they'll fall for that trap so easy. Oh, you want to recover your crypto? Enter your private key here. That's not how it works, right? Always be wary of that. But I believe they've resolved that now. The Pancake Swap website is correct now. Okay. I got some real pieces of work in my stream here. So I set up the new elliptical Titan hardware wallet and software on my phone and then transferred about 5 DOT to the hardware wallet. When I went to withdraw, it said had to keep 1 DOT in my wallet. Yes, very irritating. XRP is like that. You have to leave 20 in there. And if you'll notice here, I've got an old Polkadot wallet that's got 1 DOT stuck in there. Sucks, man. It's worth $38. There might be some tools out there that will allow you to harvest that 1 DOT. Wouldn't worry about it too much. It's only $38. Not the, it's not going to break the camel's back. But it is, yes, it is irritating, and it is a thing. What can I say? Sucks. No mulligans in crypto. Yeah, that's cool. Hi, I'm starting out with this new Bitcoin. My question is, what is the best way to buy? I mean, should I join any other site like Coinbase? I cannot buy direct from Bitcoin, no. Bitcoin is a software project. They maintain the Bitcoin blockchain and the current state of Bitcoin software, but you can't buy Bitcoin directly from the developers, right? It's an open source project. Yeah, Coinbase is probably a good place to buy Bitcoin. Why don't we buy a little Bitcoin here? Let's go over to Coinbase and get ourselves logged in. Now, before we do that, I would like to mention that you are going to have some issues with the legacy financial system when you're dealing with crypto. There's a lot of fraud out there, so they want to prevent fraud. But here you can see we've got a Kraken account. And we deposited some Bitcoin in here. Easy peasy, right? The deposit showed up within an hour and verified successfully, right? We transferred some US dollars in here, and it tells us that it's on hold. Kind of frustrating. We don't know for sure if it was flagged because they thought it was suspicious, or it had something to do with like a name mismatch on the bank account and this account. But we contacted their tech support through their email or their support ticket, which you can click here and open up a support ticket. And they came back to us and told us that they're working on it. They were very nice about it. They said they're very busy right now. So you need to be aware of that sort of thing, right? Usually if you just open up an account, they're always wary of new accounts, right? So you have to be patient. I know, when you're watching the price of Bitcoin skyrocket and you're mad because the price is going up and you wanted to buy some while it was low or buy the dip or whatever, it's frustrating, right? But once you have done it a few times, once you've funded your account a few times, the system trusts you more easily. So once you get past that first one, usually it'll be more seamless, right? You'll be able to easily drop money into your account from your bank, right? But just be aware of these issues. I know it's very frustrating when your money is locked up, but people tend to blame Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency exchanges. It's not always like their fault, they're just doing their due diligence, right? So keep that in mind. I get a lot of people telling me this is Kraken, right? I get a lot of people that tell me Coinbase is a scam. I don't think it's a scam, right? They're a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't think that they created all that infrastructure and hired all those employees and to scam you. Usually it's people that are starting a brand new account and they've transferred some money in there and they're mad because they don't have access to it right away as fast as they want, right? So just learn to be patient, all right? So let's go into Coinbase. I want to try to show you guys the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin and get it off the exchange, right? So let's get ourselves signed into our Coinbase account. Let's enter our two-step verification. I'll use my Google Authenticator code for that. Okay, we'll get in there. All right, now there's some Bitcoin in here already, but if you wanted to just buy some Bitcoin, we can hit buy over here. And then the default is Bitcoin, and you can pay with your bank account or your debit card or a wire transfer. Now, I experienced some issues a couple weeks ago. I had some money and I wanted to buy some Bitcoin, and I was frustrated that it's like, why can't I buy? For example, let's say I wanted to buy $3,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? So I go try to use the debit card and it won't let me, right? It keeps failing. And I'm like, what is going on here? It says I've got $5,000 limit. Why won't it let me buy Bitcoin? Well, I found out why. It's because my Chase debit card has a $3,000 daily limit on ATM purchases. Let's say I was trying to buy 4, whatever it was, right? That is why. Right? Or maybe I had already bought a couple of things, so that 3,000 was over my daily ATM card limit. So you need to remember that you're dealing with the legacy financial system in a lot of these cases. And a lot of times, the first time you go to buy, you're going to get fraud alerts from your bank because they're wary of cryptocurrency, even Coinbase, right? I get it with crypto.com a lot. Even if it's under my $3,000 limit, if it's say 1,000, it's out of the ordinary for my bank, so they will decline, and then they'll send me a text, and say, we just declined this transaction. Was it you? And I'll say yes, and then I can try again, right? So you need to be aware that a lot of times it's not the fault of the cryptocurrency exchange, it's more your bank, more than anything else. All right, so, but let's just, and the bank account option is higher limit, but you can't withdraw right away. And that pisses a lot of people off too. They go and they buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then they want to transfer it over to Binance or somewhere else so that they can buy an altcoin, and they can't get it off Coinbase because Coinbase won't let them withdraw those assets because they're still waiting for the bank transaction to clear. All right, so you need to be aware of that stuff too. Ouch. All right, so, but let's just say we wanted to buy some Bitcoin here, and we wanted to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? We go over here to preview buy, and we're going to have to pay $3.84 to buy that Bitcoin. So a little steep, all right? But I will be able to get it right away, and I will be able to withdraw it right away. So there's the, you know, the impatient fee there is $3.84. Now, if we were to go over to Coinbase Pro, whoops. Coinbase Pro is the same company. The interface is a little more complicated, and you use the same login, right? The same login that I use for Coinbase, I can use for Coinbase Pro. I can deposit US dollars right into this account, and I will instantly have access to it, and I can purchase, right? But I can't withdraw for 7 days. Right, so let's say I want to do 1,000, right? It's instant, but when I hit preview, it's going to tell me, oh, you can't withdraw for 7 days, right? So you need to be aware of all this stuff. But let's take that, we've got some Bitcoin, it's already in here, we should have access to it, right? If we want to withdraw it from our own wallet, like we want to send it over to, let's just say we want to send it over to our Ledger-based wallet. All right, let's do a receive. We'll hit continue. We'll go ahead and let Ledger verify this address for us, right, on their end, right, so that we can be sure that this is the correct wallet and the correct address and the correct device, right? It's gonna show the device. It's gonna show the receiving address on our device, right? That's verification that you know, everything is kosher. All right, it's a fail safe, right? Now I can just go over here, hit approve, right, and then we're done here. Now we'll go back over to Coinbase. Whoops, oops, I lost it. Where'd it go? Oh well, let's try it again. Let's just pull it up again. All right, we can paste in that address, right? We want to send the Bitcoin to our own wallet. We'll hit continue here. Now look, they're going to charge me a network fee of 0.0000341 Bitcoin. Well, how much is that approximately? Does it even tell us? Not really. Let's go to CoinGecko and check and find out how much that is. Paste that in there. That's $2, not bad, right? But it could be worse, right? Ethereum is a lot worse. Like if you try to withdraw Ethereum, you're going to get like $40, you know, on 100 or something outrageously stupid like that, right? But let's try Coinbase Pro. First of all, let's move the Bitcoin from Coinbase into Coinbase Pro. All right, that's free. So let's hit deposit. Let's hit Bitcoin. Let's hit from Coinbase, right? And let's do the max, right? There's that $63 worth of Bitcoin. All right, we can move it in. There's no fee to move it from Coinbase to Coinbase. I don't know what this is. Funds on hold 0. That's right. That's my available balance in Coinbase of Bitcoin. Let's hit deposit. All right, that was easy peasy, right? Now we've got some Bitcoin here in Coinbase Pro. I thought I had some US dollar in here. Maybe not. No, I must have bought some. Oh, I think I bought some Bitcoin with it. Right? All right. So there was already some Bitcoin in Coinbase Pro. And then we just moved some from Coinbase into Coinbase Pro. Right? Because we're going to see if it's cheaper to withdraw from Coinbase Pro. So let's try that. Let's go in here. Wait, I'm sorry. We need to go over to whatever their home page, right? Let's do withdraw. Let's do Bitcoin. We're going to withdraw to a crypto address, right? Remember, we've got this receiving address here. I'll just so you can see it again, right? Let's get this out of the way. That's where we want to withdraw to, right? I just pasted it in here, but I still need to say use this address, right? It just verified that it is a valid Bitcoin address. Okay, there's the network fee. Let's see how much is it. It looks like the same network fee, if you ask me. It's the exact same network fee, right? It's still $2. Right, so it looks like you're going to get that network fee whether you withdraw from Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. I think they used to give you free withdrawals, but they don't anymore. But if you wanted to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase Pro with your dollars, you would be able to buy it with no fees, right? They were going to let me buy it with no fees. I just had to wait 7 days to withdraw it. So it looks like that's the best way to buy Bitcoin, is using Coinbase Pro. Low fees on the initial purchase, right? The withdrawal is pretty much the same as Coinbase. Let's go ahead and max that puppy out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's the same fee. A $2 fee, or whatever. Let's hit withdraw. I'm going to need my two-factor authentication here for my Coinbase account. Same for Coinbase Pro. I hope I got that right. Yeah, okay. And it should end up in my wallet fairly quickly. All right, no big deal. Let's do a quick withdraw from Crypto.com while we're doing withdrawals, just so you guys can see what's going on here. I thought I had done this earlier. No? What happened? Oh, okay. I could have sworn I had this thing. Oh, I know what I did. It's like I had mirrored it earlier to test it, but then had unmirrored because I was walking away from the computer for something. All right. All right, so let's go over to Crypto.com. Let's go over to my accounts. I've got some Crypto.com coin. Let's just buy some Ethereum with it. Okay, so I'm going to sell my CRO for Ethereum. And I'll just hit sell here and confirm. Very easy if you have CRO to buy anything else, right? Pretty much. So it was quick and easy. I kind of skipped. I forgot to show you guys what the fees were for that. My bad. I should have showed you guys what the fees were. I don't know that there were any fees. I'll have to back up a little bit. Anyway, now we've got our Ethereum and we want to withdraw to our own wallet. So let's hit, let's go over here to accounts. Let's go to Ethereum. We'll do a receive. I'm not going to confirm on the device because I'm familiar with this Ethereum address. I'm not going to worry about that. All right. Let's just go back over to Crypto.com and we'll go into the Ethereum. We'll hit transfer and withdraw. And we'll choose external wallet. And I wanted to show you that real quick here. 445 is the last. And you'll notice here that it's already in my whitelist, right? So if it were not in my whitelist, I could simply hit the plus up there. You'll notice I got a lot here, but you may be doing this your first time. If I hit that plus in the top right, I can add a new wallet address by scanning that QR code. But I'm not going to do that because the address is already in my list, right? But you would need to add that address to your list. All right, let's go ahead and withdraw to that ledger address, 445. Let's choose the max down there below withdraw. I can max it out. We'll hit withdraw. Ooh, private member. Ooh, what's that all about? Don't know. Hit confirm here. And I'll put in my two-factor authentication. Let's go over to the Google Authenticator. I'll tap that code in the top. Slide back over to crypto.com and paste my two-factor. And there it goes. Boom. I missed that. Whatever it was telling me I wanted to be private. All right, so we got 2 transactions that are being withdrawn from exchanges. I missed the confirmation again. I'm moving too fast, guys. There was a fee for the Ethereum withdrawal, right? Let's go to my history and see what they charged me. They charged me 0.01 ETH, which is a bit steep, if you ask me. Believe that's a little bit steep, right? 0.01 ETH is $18. A lot of these exchanges have like no trading fees, you know, or waive the fees on purchases, that kind of stuff. But then they'll get you on the withdrawal fees. So you need to, you know, be aware. Remember, with Coinbase, although the Ethereum network is overloaded right now, fees are ridiculous. This is not particularly bad withdrawal fee. Like Coinbase would probably hit us with similar fees, simply because it costs them money to move crypto on the Ethereum blockchain, right? They're all sort of just passing along what they're incurring in most cases. But sometimes there's a little bit of a premium on the fees, because that's how they make their money, right? They give you free trades, but they kind of want you to keep your crypto on their platform. And when you withdraw, you get hit with like maybe a higher than reasonable fee, right? But it's not piracy or anything like that. It's just kind of a little bit high, right? All right, so now that we've got some transactions moving, let's see. Let's check our Bitcoin main wallet. It looks like that Bitcoin from Coinbase has already arrived, right? So that didn't take too long. This wasn't bad, right? So you saw me move some Bitcoin from one place to another. I get a lot of people that ask me, hey, how do you go back the other way? And maybe I'll show you that real quick. So let's say I'm trying to, this should be 0, right? Let's say I'm trying to liquidate. And I want to deposit some Bitcoin from my other wallet. All right, I'm depositing Bitcoin because I want to liquidate, right? So I'll copy the address into my clipboard. I'll go back over to my Bitcoin wallet, and this time instead of receive, I'll do a send, and then I'll paste in the Bitcoin address. I'll hit continue. I'll send however much I want to send. In this case, why don't we just do $100? I'm not going to send it anyway. All right, we'll hit continue. $9 on the Bitcoin blockchain in fees. We can adjust that if we want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. We can make it higher if it goes through quicker, or we could make it lower. Lower it a little bit, or you could be really weird and just say, okay, custom, and let's just do 1, right? That's only 0.8 cents, right? But that may not mine properly, right? You're much better off just like paying the normal fee. All right, Bitcoin fees are high. Not as bad as Ethereum, but still a little high, right? And then the last step, if you're sending Bitcoin to an exchange, would be to sign the transaction on your device. That's the only thing that's a little bit different. Right? It should bomb me out of Ethereum. Whoops. What did I do here? Okay. Let's get out. Let's cancel this. Let's try that again. I think it wanted me to do so. Okay, so there it's asking me to open the Bitcoin app. Troubleshoot, right? Just figure out what went wrong. All right, now it wants me to review, right? I'm going to need to sign this. Go back here, but instead of accept, I'm going to reject it. I don't want to send it back. I just put it in there. I'm going to send it back, right? But that's the process, right? You simply reverse what you did before. You get the address from the exchange, you do a send from your wallet, and you sign the transaction with your device, right? Let's go back here. I'm going to reject this, right? You can always reject it, right? You don't have to do it. You're not forced to do it, right? But I've a lot of people that are new ask me that question a lot. How do I get it back? You just kind of do the same thing you did the first time, only in the opposite order. All right, so these are all, a lot of my regular viewers get upset when I do these basic things, right? Because they've seen it all before. Did this come in? There, okay. So we got that 0.18 Ethereum from Crypto.com minus the $18 worth of Ethereum that they charged me. Right, whatever it was, 0.01 Ethereum, right? But we've got it safe in our own wallet now. And if we were going to go the other way, let's say we wanted to deposit Ethereum on Coinbase Pro from a crypto address, we would get their address copied into our clipboard, go back over here, paste it in this one, and hit continue. And then, I don't know, let's say we wanted to send $100 worth of Ethereum. It's only charging me $4 in Ethereum. That's not bad, right? And we can adjust that here, right? I believe the default is right here in the middle, but we could pay higher fees if we wanted for it to go through quicker, or we could pay lower fees if we wanted to save a lot of money and then get screwed because it will take like a week, right? But you can adjust all of that here, and then we would sign the transaction. Right? It bombed me out of Bitcoin, told me to open Ethereum. I'll hit open Ethereum, and then I would sign the transaction with my device to send it over to Coinbase Pro if I wanted to liquidate, right? But I'm not going to. Right? Instead of accept and send, I'm just going to reject, right? Because I just put it in there. All right, questions. 708. We're not doing too bad tonight, guys. Although there's probably some angry people that I'm not answering their questions. So I set up, okay, we did that. The dot is stuck. I'm starting a very new with Bitcoin. My question is, what is the best way to buy? Oh, I think we just talked about that. Coinbase Pro, probably. Even Crypto.com is not a bad place to buy crypto. It's very easy. You can just install it on your phone, connect it to your debit card. And if you're new on Crypto.com, they give you like 30 days free purchases with the debit card, right? So if you just said trade, buy Bitcoin or whatever, my debit card is going to charge me, let's see here. And you can adjust this amount here, right? Let's do 2, right? You would say, okay, I'm going to get this fee, right? But if you're new on Crypto.com, I think they waive that for 30 days. So that's probably an easy way to buy Bitcoin too. If you just want to buy a little bit and watch it go up or down or whatever, and just sell it when you're done, You could do that on crypto.com. And you can withdraw it too there, you know, but the withdrawal is a little bit high if you want to stick it in your own wallet. All right, here we go. Bitcoin's at 58,568 right now. Not too worried about that. All right, so let's see. Let me go down a little bit. Scott's here. Porno NFTs, of course. Can't deny that. They got to be around someday. People that are buying NFTs with big bucks are stupid. Could be, right? You never know. Rex, I am starting very new with was the best way to buy. Okay, we got that one. Is MetaMask really safe? It's as safe as your computer, right? People are hacking smart contracts. I don't think that they're hacking MetaMask. But you could get your MetaMask hacked if you have malware on your computer, right? Keyloggers, remote access into your machine. Yes, they could access the private keys that are stored in your app data folder on your Windows machine. But if you're running firewall and antivirus and anti-malware and you have a nice, clean, secure machine, that's probably not going to be an issue. But if you're a new user and you got a lot of adware, spyware, malware, all that kind of junk on your computer, and you just want to get started in crypto, it's probably a little risky, right? So yeah, you need to be technically proficient with keeping your computer secure if you want to get involved in crypto. Probably not a good idea to use the family desktop that your kids have all this junk installed on, right? Okay, let me go down. Great work. Is there any way to send Cardano to a Ledger Nano S? Do you have to use third-party website to manage? Will this be consolidated to make it easier? Same with Uniswap. You can manage. No, you can't. You still can't use Ledger Live to manage Cardano, but you can. There are several different ways to manage Cardano on a Ledger Nano S, right? ADA Lite. ADA Lite is a good way to do it, right? Notice there you have the hardware option. You can connect with your Ledger device. Now in this case, I need to be in the app. My dog is going nuts up there. All right, so I need to be in the Cardano app when I do this. Oops. And then you'll be able to access your wallet. Okay, so it wants me to. Don't be afraid of this one. Exporting the public keys is not going to allow anyone to access your crypto. It just allows the wallet to interface. I don't know why there's 6 on there. There are. All right, and then you go through this. All right, and then boom, there you go. You're managing your Cardano. But that is a third-party website, but the private keys are stored on the device, so it's highly secure. Right? There's another way to do this with another wallet called Yori, which is an extension. And let's see. I think I need to get add new wallet. Right? Connect a hardware wallet. Right? Same thing. Connect to a ledger. I want a new Shelly era. Yeah. Yeah. Is it going to let me do this? Okay. Okay. There we go. Is this going to work? Okay. It wants me to export the public key again. I'll hit both buttons. I'll hit both buttons again. It might ask me to do this one more time. It's just, I don't know why, but it does. Let's do it again. Yes. Oh, seriously. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Same wallet. Notice. Same wallet. Right? Same private key. Just 2 different interfaces. Don't worry. Your ADA is not on these websites. The ADA wallet is on the ADA blockchain and the private keys are on your device. So if it's, you know, if it's brand new, just transfer some ADA in here, right? Let's do a receive. We've got an ADA address. We'll just go over to our exchange, withdraw some ADA, put it in our wallet, safe and sound. Right? You can also do that with Daedalus. Daedalus wallet will also connect to a ledger device. So if you would like to manage ADA with the Daedalus wallet, you can also, like once it connects and everything, you can connect to a ledger device. All right? It's going to take this one a while. Right? You have to be patient. So yes, you can manage ADA on a Ledger Nano S or X. All right? 3 different ways, but not Ledger Live. Yeah, I don't know. Ledger Live comes out with ADA accounts. That'll be great. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. I know I'm like ignoring a lot of people, and I'm really, really sorry. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Buying crypto is pretty easy and secure. Selling crypto for fiat goes back to your bank account, a gray area for many. A lot of people ask me, can I just transfer the Bitcoin right into my bank? That may be soon, sooner than we know. Bank BNY, the Bank of New York, Mellon, is getting involved in crypto custody, but that is probably more for their high-end institutional clients, right? But it may not, you know, in the next year or two, we don't know. It could be 5 years or whatever. It may be fairly commonplace for a regular bank to allow you to manage crypto, if that's what you want, right? Most people, you know, are into crypto to get away from the banks. The banks are creating money out of thin air by, you know, every time you go to a bank for a loan, that money is just basically created out of thin air. Because banks can lend like and 10 times the amount of dollars they have in their safe, if you even want to call it that, right? But it's called, I don't remember the name of it, right? It'll come to me. Fractional reserve banking, right? So they can lend out 10 times the fraction of the reserve that they're holding. They're basically creating money out of thin air. So yeah, if you want to keep your money in a bank, great. If you want to keep your Bitcoin in the bank, go ahead, right? But I think the point there is a lot of people want, if they have Bitcoin and they've made a return on their investment, right? There's nothing wrong with that. They want to just like say, hey, just here's my Bitcoin. I want to transfer it to my bank and withdraw it in dollars. That might not be unheard of in the next few years, right? But right now you need to go to a cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase and simply do a withdraw to cash. Not that hard either. It goes right back into your bank account. But you can't just go from your Bitcoin wallet to your bank yet, right? So it'll have to be through Coinbase or Kraken or whatever cryptocurrency exchange they've got, right? I have a question. How much DOT do you need to transfer out of my NANO? There's one DOT. The DOT is stuck. Yes, we talked about that earlier. There's always one DOT stuck in your DOT wallet. Bad. Sorry about that. Your public keys work similar to an old-fashioned mail slot. It lets people put mail crypto, but they can't take anything out. Good, JDO. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. It's not a lot of like these web interface wallets want you to export your public keys. Not a problem, right? It's not a security issue to export the public key, but the device needs permission to do that. Is there a better way to farm ADA and DAI? Is it possible to use BEP20 with them? Fractional reserve was waved down and now they can lend out 100%. Yeah, that's right. They're just like, boom. They don't, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you point that out, JDO. I think that was one of the provisions of the original COVID recovery bill, was that they waived like fractional reserve requirements for banks, period. They're like, now you can just create money out of thin air, even if you don't have any dollars. And it's pretty weird. Okay, in the past, USA government took all the gold from people who had gold. Do you think the same will happen to Bitcoin? It's possible that they might try to outlaw Bitcoin. They're talking about it in India, but the logistical nightmare of trying to track down who has Bitcoin um, and get them to reveal their private keys is a logistical nightmare, right? It'd be a lot more difficult than just breaking down somebody's door and searching for their gold, right? You would have to break down their door and then tell them to open up their ledger device and enter their PIN and transfer. I mean, they want to make it sound like it's easy, but it's not, right? And we're seeing this in the Indian government is contemplating outlawing crypto, or so they say. We're getting a lot of leaks in the media where they're saying, oh, there's a new bill out where India wants to outlaw Bitcoin. And it's affecting the market a little bit. I read a pretty good article on Bloomberg about how that's a bad idea and how India did it back in the 70s or the 80s. They passed some kind of law about foreign currency where people in India weren't allowed to hold foreign currency, and it just created a black market. And the people in the black market were taking advantage of the average people, and they ended up like changing it, right? So very similar to what would happen with Bitcoin. So we'll see. They say that India is like the test case, right? If India tries to outlaw cryptocurrency outright, which means they make it illegal for you to hold Bitcoin, what's going to happen, right? It'll just be pushed underground, right? But it would be bad for Bitcoin, right? The price of Bitcoin would probably suffer in those cases. But in the US, we have so many large institutions that are getting into Bitcoin. I doubt that that's going to happen in the US. I doubt that it's going to work in India either. I think they're just kind of putting their toes in the water. If they wanted to destroy Bitcoin and outlaw it, I think it's a little late. Personally. Is Daedalus a cold or a hot wallet? When we talk about a hot wallet, generally we're talking about like an exchange wallet where you don't have custody of the crypto. Daedalus can be a desktop-based wallet. You can create a private key in Daedalus, and it's a semi-hot wallet, right? A cold wallet is usually where the private key is stored separately, like this. But you could consider, the main distinction is custodial or non-custodial, right? Custodial means the Bitcoin is in someone else's care. Non-custodial means you're managing the private key yourself. Whether the private key is on your computer or stored on your phone or on your ledger device, that's a non-custodial wallet. And then within non-custodial, you could say hot to indicate that a wallet is like the private key isn't as secure. But in general, like a desktop-based wallet is not usually considered a cold wallet. A cold wallet is when you've got the private key stored somewhere offline, right? Like this, right? But you'll notice it's connected now, right? So it's not totally offline. There are much more complicated cold wallets than just this, right? You can do Electrum Bitcoin wallet as cold. That may have been why Bitcoin crashed in March. The whole India thing, many people panic sold. Yeah, could be. Naomi K, lots of small purchases over long periods can add a lot of UTXOs, which can add fees when selling later potentially. Something to at least be mindful of. Thoughts on XRP? I'm not a huge fan of XRP, never really been. A lot of people swear by it. It's almost a religion. It is bank focused. It is international money transfer basically focused. Their main customers are banks. I've heard a lot of stuff about XRP. They were investigated by the SEC or something of that nature that was announced, and they were delisted by a lot of U.S. exchanges, kind of in a panic. But the price has since recovered. So everybody always asks me about XRP. Like I said, it's not a pure decentralized digital currency. It does run on a blockchain, but it is centralized. It is owned, majority owned by a company called Ripple. So it's not a decentralized blockchain currency like Bitcoin or Ethereum. These are maintained by open source developers, right? It is, it is a decentralized thing. So XRP is not that, but it is, a lot of people believe in it, but not one of my favorites. Okay, so, okay, XRP to the moon. Okay, all right. Okay, so now you're starting to bog me in on talking about coins again. Here we go. Scott likes Dent. Yay, Scott. Thoughts on Dent? I don't know anything about Dent. Scott likes it. That's enough for me. Damn it. Scott likes it. I think it's cool. Okay, so let me look at my little notes here. If you had a question earlier, just pop it in. I'm going to try to keep an eye and lose off highs argument. I wanted to quickly talk about this. We talked earlier about the Bitcoin price action. What are we doing here? Where is it? Can't find it. Let's look here. Live topics. Oh, okay. As you know, I've been doing this live stream for several years, and I've been involved in Bitcoin for several years. And I remember the old days where they were always bashing Bitcoin, and they, it's only used by criminals. It's worth nothing. It's based on nothing, and nothing backs it up. Very similar to our banking system. But one of the arguments that they were constantly pounding for years was it's off its highs. Right? The off its highs argument, right? We heard this all through 2011, 2019, even early 2020. Bitcoin was 20,000. It's not anymore, so it sucks, right? That's one of Nouriel Roubini's great arguments. It's off its highs, right? That's what I love about Bitcoin being struggling around 60,000. They don't have the off its highs argument anymore. Yeah, it's a little bit off its all-time high of 62. But it's like flirting with 60, right? So this whole, Bitcoin's off its highs, that's why it's horrible. Yeah, they've lost that argument. It doesn't hold any water anymore, the off its highs argument. I love that, right? Oh, and the power consumption, right? We're getting the power consumption argument against Bitcoin a lot. And a lot of it is the argument is out there and it's just accepted. Sort of like the, I don't want to get too political, but the Russian interference argument, right? That has no proof, right? It just got repeated over and over and over and over again after Trump got elected until it was just accepted by fact by a lot of people who had done no research whatsoever. They just said, oh yeah, so-and-so said there was Russian interference, so it's a fact now. But it never really was a fact, right? And now it's in the news again. Bitcoin or Biden's mad because Russia tried to interfere in the 2020 election. I'm not going to go any further on that. What were we talking about? The power consumption argument, right? So the power consumption argument is, Bitcoin uses as much power as a small country. So it sucks, right? And a lot of people just accept that as fact, and they keep using it as an argument against Bitcoin. Right, we've gone over and over and over this in our, I don't remember where it was. Let's see. Boop-a-doo. It was way back. Here. Alexander's playing Geometry Dash. Yay. This is a great article about this whole power consumption argument about Bitcoin. First of all, everything requires electricity. Everything, right? Your house requires electricity, right? And you may be all green and but you know, the power grid requires electricity. The banking system requires electricity. The military industrial complex requires huge amounts of electricity, and they are wasting huge amounts of oil, shooting like test missiles. Like, I mean, the amount of energy that is being wasted by the military industrial complex and the banking system is phenomenal, right? But they want to jump on Bitcoin because it uses electricity. Yeah, so does everything. Okay, that's number one, right? So, but it doesn't use as much electricity as they say. This article does a very good job of sort of laying to waste this whole Bitcoin is bad for the environment argument, right? Bitcoin uses power, yes, but it can use geothermal, it can use solar, it can use water, whatever, dams, right? And you know, they're always like, oh, there's a lot of people in China. You know, most of it happens in China, and they use coal, right? Well, most of it happens in China is not true, right? It might have been at one point, right? But they don't even prove that either. They just state that as fact. The fact that most of the cryptocurrency mining occurs in China may not be true, right? We haven't proved that, right? There's a lot of mining companies in Europe, and there's a lot of mining companies in the US, right? So to use the argument that, oh, a lot of mining happens in China and some of China uses coal, a lot of the people in China go over to where they have these huge dams and use those power sources, right? So anyway, the whole argument that Bitcoin is bad for the environment is being used again to bash NFTs. And they're just stating, they're just using that. It's sort of like back in the old days, there were a lot of Christian philosophers. And I'm Christian. I'm not knocking them, right? I believe in God, you know, and Jesus and all that great stuff. But they based... a lot of their logic was based on using the articles of faith as their starting point, right? So we're not going to question the articles of faith, but we're going to start with that and then build arguments on top of that, right? That's exactly what these Bitcoin bashers are doing now. They're accepting the argument of Bitcoin has a huge carbon footprint as their starting point, without examining that whatsoever, and then building other arguments on top of that, right? Whereas they should question the foundation of their argument, right? Every time I see another article written by another hack telling me that Bitcoin is bad for the environment, I'm like, dude, seriously, haven't you done any research at all? Or are you just like building on whatever everyone else spouts out, right? The banking system uses a lot more electricity than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin wants to replace it, right? Isn't that the whole idea, right? Something that uses less electricity. But all of a sudden, like, they don't even talk about the fact how much power consumption the current financial system uses, right? Banks, buildings, power, lights, armored cars, transport, printing. All that requires power, right, for our current financial system. All the huge supercomputers that run the digital banking system, right? I mean, that's not really a great argument to say, well, he does more, right? But what I hear is Bitcoin is bad for the environment without pointing out that what we're using now is even worse. Anyway. Okay, POW is necessary to secure Biden is bad for the environment. Yes, I went there. That's funny, Scott. That's good. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Binance Smart Chain cash out. Let's go over to the Binance Smart Chain a little bit. We talked about it earlier, and let's see. Here's PancakeSwap. Now, in order to use the Binance Smart Chain, you have to use a special kind of Ethereum wallet. Called Meta. Well, there's other wallets you can use. I use MetaMask, but it has to be configured properly for the Binance Smart Chain. All right. And you normally use MetaMask on the Ethereum mainnet, right? But you can very easily create a new network in your settings. And I have a great video on how you do this, right? You just add network and then you put in the Binance Smart Chain settings. And then, when you're in your wallet, you just switch networks and then you have access to your Binance Smart Chain stuff. Let me give you the address for that video. Boom, 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 boom. Where is it? It's not that. It wasn't that long ago. Aha, here it is. How to configure your MetaMask wallet for the Binance Smart Chain for trading and staking. Paste. Do I need to join this group? Is there a cost to learn how to do this? You can subscribe to my YouTube channel for free. And there's a lot of YouTube videos where I talk about how to use the Binance Smart Chain, right? And we've talked about how to fund the Binance Smart Chain wallet. But I would like to go backwards this time so that I could answer that question, because it's confusing. When I go back and forth, a lot of people get lost, right? So I would like to do the opposite today. People have been asking me, how do I cash out from my Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? How do I turn it into cash? Somebody is been hidden in earlier chats and they just keep posting. Okay. Instinct, if you can hear me, your posts aren't getting through because I've blocked you from posting. So maybe create a new account and start spamming from there, because it's not going to help. I can see your post, but no one else can. Frank, Ledger website has a list of all tokens supported by Ledger Live on the device. Tokens not supported by Ledger Live, right? All right, so let's get into this, right? How do we cash out from PancakeSwap? All right, so let's take a look quickly. All right, so as you can see, I've got this connected to my MetaMask wallet now, right? Same balance, 22 BNB, right? Now, there is Binance pegged Ethereum, right? So you could buy ETH here, right? But it's not the ETH we all know and love. It's Binance pegged ETH. It is the same price though. So if you wanted to just buy ETH on the Binance Smart Chain and then transfer it back to Binance and liquidate, you could do that, right? But that's a little more complicated. I wanted to kind of show you the easiest way to do it, and that is using Binance Coin, BNB, right? Because people in the US need a way to do this. Binance is pretty easy. But it's a little trickier for people in the US that don't have access to Binance. Right, but we can use Binance US. I know it's not available in every state, but this is the best that I can do for you guys, right? If you're in New York, you might have to figure out a different way around this, right? All right. So let's say, for example, that we've got an asset. Let's see, this belt, right? I bought this belt. And now I want to liquidate it, right? How much is it worth? Let's find out. I can do Binance US dollar. I like to do these so that I can see the current value of our coin, right? $262 worth of belt, right? Let's say I decide to liquidate that. I'm not going to, but let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah. Instead of Binance US dollar, let's liquidate to BNB. Right? I could swap. What's up, buddy?
Forgot a cookie.
Well, you can have it. Do you want it?
No, you should get those things. It's like a net. It blocks other people's voices from your video.
Oh, so you don't have to listen to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it does. You can't. I can listen to you, but the voice can't. But the viewers can't hear it.
Oh, so it blocks out you guys.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I was talking about soundproofing my videos. That's Alex. We could liquidate to BNB if we wanted to, right? We could just swap my 3.7 belt for BNB, and then I would end up with more BNB, right? And whatever asset I wanted to liquidate, you know, if Alice or whatever I want to liquidate, I could do that, right? And then liquidate to BNB, and then now we want to withdraw the BNB back to dollars. Okay, how do we do that, right? So it's going to be a two-step process in the US, all right? So I need to use the Binance Chain wallet to do this. All right, so I'm going to get myself logged in here. There are other ways to do this. You could do it with Trust Wallet too, but I'm going to show you how to do it with Binance Chain. The reason I'm using the Binance Chain wallet is because it does cross-chain transfers. All right. All right, if you want to go download this wallet and install it in your Chrome or Brave, then there, that's the link for it, right? I had some people bad-mouthing this wallet, saying that it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's not perfect, and it is sort of, it runs kind of on top of Binance, so it is a little bit centralized, or it depends on Binance. There's a lot of things like that. But Binance Smart Chain depends on Binance, right? So, all right. So let's figure out how we can get our Binance coin into Binance US, right? So let's go over here to Binance US. See where we stand here. All right. BNB, right? I want to deposit some BNB in my Binance US account. Oh, I need a memo. And I can't deposit Binance Smart Chain in this wallet. I can deposit BEP2 or ERC20, which I don't know who the heck uses that. But somebody does, all right? So, but there's no BEP20. That's Binance Smart Chain. So how do I convert my Binance Smart Chain BNB so that I can deposit it in my Binance US account and sell it for cash, right? That's what I want. I want to get it liquidated, right? So let's say I just liquidated my belt and I've got an extra 2 BNB. And I'm like, okay, well, now that I've liquidated my belt and it's BNB, I want to move some of that BNB back over to Binance US so that I can liquidate, right? So we need to use the Binance Chain wallet. So the first thing I'll do is I'll switch from Binance Chain to Binance Smart Chain. Thank you, Michael. That's very nice of you. I would like to say thank you for everything you do. I'm a subscriber and watch your videos, often trying to help a friend recover IOTA from an old wallet. I'm a little over my head. Is it okay if I email you for help? My email is in the description down below. I don't know how much I can help you with IOTA. I had a little issue with my own IOTA. I believe I lost it. I don't remember how much I had. I might have sold it, but I'm pretty sure I lost it. I was trying to recover it, and there's a problem with the way IOTA works with their, they've got some sort of weird numbering system. Like you go to recover it and it asks you for like a seed number or something. And I don't know if anyway, I'm not sure how much I can help you with IOTA. I would love to help you, but go ahead and send the email and we'll see if I can help you with it. But I'm not a big fan of IOTA. I don't like the way that it functions, right? It uses a weird blockchain. It uses I forget the name of it. It even uses its own numbering system. It's so weird. It's not binary, it's trinary. Anyway. All right. Okay, so we've switched this over to Binance Smart Chain network. So now we can receive Binance Smart Chain native tokens. So let's do a receive. Notice there it's got that right format. It doesn't start with BNB, it starts with the 0x for the Binance Smart Chain, which is, I wish it had its own format, but it's very similar to the Ethereum format, so it's easy to get confused, right? Let's copy this into our clipboard. Let's go back to our MetaMask, Binance Smart Chain MetaMask wallet. Let's hit BNB. We'll send to that address, right? It's fine because the Binance Smart Chain wallet sending to a Binance Smart Chain address. Let's just do 1 BNB. 1's enough. Actually, 0.5 is enough, right? Let's say it was 5 or 10 BNB, whatever it is, right? Let's hit next. Now you'll notice here that the gas fees are very low on the Binance Smart Chain network. This is like, I don't know, like really low. We'll check in a sec. Go ahead and send. It's gonna confirm in my MetaMask wallet here in a minute. Give it a second. Notice how fast and cheap it is to use the Binance Smart Chain network. There, it's done. Now let's go and see how much that was, right? BNB. 5 cents fee for that transfer. Not bad. All right, now we've got our Binance chain BNB, right? It's already here. Boy, that was fast. Was it already there? I guess it was. Yeah. Okay, so we got it in this Binance chain wallet. Now, here's the trick. All right? I'm going to switch back over to the regular Binance network. This is BEP2, right? This is this, BEP2. Right? Let's go back over to Chrome. Oops. I'm gonna convert that Binance Smart Chain BNB to regular BNB, BEP2, right? So I'm gonna go to this wall. I'm gonna do a receive. Notice this one starts with BNB. This is the BNB we've all come to know and love, right? Let's copy that address into our clipboard. Now we switch back to the Binance Smart Chain network. You following? Now we send our point, we paste in that address. It knows that I'm going to convert it, right? It says cross-chain transfer to Binance chain. We'll do 0.5. Whoops. I guess I need to put the 0.5 first. Oops. Sorry. 0.5. All right. Now we'll click send. And there, look. Binance Smart Chain Network to Binance Chain Network. That's the trick. That's where we're converting it from Binance Smart Chain to regular Binance. Let's hit send. Transaction has sent. Now we can switch back over to our BNB. And we should see come in soon. This is always the nerve-wracking part, right? Where you're like, whoa, is it going to come in? Oh, it just, right. Come on, baby. I know you're in there. Binance chain, come on. Did I not do it? Play around with it. What happened? Did I mess it up? There it is. Okay. I just had to play with it a little. All right. So we converted it to regular BNB. Now we can simply deposit it in our Binance account. Binance US, pardon me. We need the memo, right? So let's hit copy. Let's go back over here. Let's hit BNB. Let's hit send. Let's paste in that address. And then we need that memo too. That's weird how it just like auto put that memo in there. There it is, 100254. All right, it just kind of auto-filled it. I don't know why. Maybe it just detected it or whatever. Right, but that's the memo, right? We need both. Now let's go ahead and send that 0.5 again into our Binance US account, and we're good to go. Binance Chain to Binance Chain, because Binance US won't accept regular Binance Smart Chain. You got to use BNB, regular BNB, BEP2. It's confusing, right? Of course it's confusing. Deposit and withdraw. Deposit crypto. 0.5 BNB complete. 320. Boom. Done. Right? Now we can go to our wallet. We can go to our BNB. We can trade for US dollar. We can sell that BNB for US dollar. And then we can go to our, I'm not going to do it because I like BNB. Then we can go back over here and withdraw to our bank. Boom, easy. Right? Put it in my Lake Michigan Credit Union. That's it. So we started with Pancake Swap, right? We were like, okay, I'm in Pancake Swap and I've got an asset I want to liquidate. I liquidated the asset, converted it to BNB, withdrew that BNB to my Binance Chain wallet over on the Binance Smart Chain side, right? Then I did that little trick where I converted it. I sent it to the other chain from within this wallet, and boom, we were done. I don't know that this could, yeah, I don't, if I were to send it, maybe I could. That would be kind of weird. Let's see. If I sent this to, oh, but there's no memo, right? Maybe I went, maybe that was too much. Let's try that again. No, I don't think it would work. It might. Yeah, once it's in the Binance Chain wallet, maybe I could skip past that step. Whoops, wrong browser. Oops. Ah. Oh, yeah, but the only problem here is I don't get the memo field. That's my issue. Yeah, so I guess you do need to convert it over to the other chain first in the wallet, right? Because I can't use a memo here that I can see, right? I just have an address and amount. That's why I had to flip it from within the wallet, because I can't use the memo when I'm sending out from the Binance Smart Chain. I could send to the other, I could maybe send it to Trust Wallet, maybe? I don't know. Well, actually, Trust Wallet supports both. I could send Binance Smart Chain into Trust Wallet, it's fine. Okay, might have been hours overnight. Follow that video on how to set up MetaMask, but when I went back to ETH, it displayed the same number of coin but didn't convert price, and I couldn't withdraw ETH out. Yeah. A lot of people, when you're in MetaMask, if you're not careful, you might be paying a lot higher fee than you realize when you click confirm. So a lot of times people are trying to transfer ETH and the fee is higher than the amount or something like that, and so they can't get their ETH out, or something similar to that. It's kind of hard if I don't see your wallet firsthand to see what's going on. But someone sent me an email this week about something. They were trying to transfer ERC20 tokens, and they were only seeing the fee and not the amount or something like that. I couldn't replicate that. I'd have to look at her email again and maybe try and figure out what was going on there. I don't know if that's a bug or I think it might have something to do with the fees and the way that the fee might be higher than the amount or something. I'm not sure. Oh, she even said, "Oh, I got plenty of ETH in there for the gas." So I don't know what was going on with that. Okay, so let me see where I was going to do here. Oh, we talked about exchange. We talked about ledger. We talked about the Binance US withdraw. We did Bitcoin cash out earlier, where I showed you how to move Bitcoin from your wallet to your exchange. Let me do a little bit of, let me see. Oh, yeah. Well, why don't we do this? I just started with BlockFi today. I did a video on BlockFi, which is where you can gain interest on your Bitcoin. Now, of course, the first thing that a lot of my commenters were saying is that not your keys, not your crypto. I get it, right? I've been doing crypto videos for several years. I prefer to keep my Bitcoin in my own wallet as a general rule, but you can earn good, you can earn good interest on your Bitcoin using BlockFi. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works. All right, so I got some Bitcoin in here. It's worth less than it was yesterday. That's okay. I can deal with that. But I'm earning interest on it, and they pay interest in Bitcoin. So this is just the nominal US dollar value of the interest that's accruing, but the interest is accruing in Bitcoin. So they figured out exactly how much interest I'm earning based on their rates and whatever, but it's paid out in Bitcoin, right? But they give you the dollar amount just for your own benefit, right? All right, but let's say I want to put some Bitcoin in here and earn some interest on it, all right? Let's hit deposit. Let's hit select crypto. We'll choose Bitcoin here. And here's the Bitcoin address. I can copy it right into my clipboard. I'll go back over to my Ledger Live. Let's go to accounts. There's a little bit of Bitcoin in this wallet. We put some in there earlier, remember? Let's hit send. And we'll paste in the Bitcoin address of BlockFi. Now, we could be using Coinbase. We could be sending it to Kraken. We could be sending it to Binance US. This is the same routine, right? You get the recipient address and you paste it into your wallet. We'll hit continue here. I can send max. I'm going to go ahead and send it max. I'm going to pay $8.97. I'm not going to worry too much about the fees, right? And I'm going to need to sign this transaction. And this time I will sign it, right? Let's just exit. I don't know what app I was in. I was in the Cardano app, right? Let's hit continue here. Let's hit continue once again. And it's gonna ask me to open the Bitcoin app. Let's hit both buttons. All right. I am sending Bitcoin from my wallet to BlockFi. I'm going to deposit it in BlockFi so I can earn interest. I could also liquidate it, I believe. I don't know if I can. I haven't tried that yet. I just started. Now I need to confirm the Bitcoin blockchain fee. That's a separate transaction. I'll hit both buttons there, and off it goes. And it's done, right? So, now that I'm done, I can disconnect this device if I want to, right? I don't need it once I've sent the transaction out. A lot of people get all weird about, like, when they especially when they transfer Bitcoin into their Ledger wallet. They think they need to have the Ledger device connected and the computer has to be on and all that stuff. You don't, right? It's all done on the blockchain. Once you've provided the correct address and sent from wherever you sent it, then you can turn your computer off and put your Ledger in a drawer. And when you connect it and reboot tomorrow, the transaction will have come through, right? You don't even need to connect the device to see a transaction that is incoming, right? you can just look at your accounts without having the device connected. You can't send out, but you can look at your transaction histories and your balances. Pretty easy. I just got an email from BlockFi saying that my deposit has been detected and is waiting for confirmation. Right, so let's go back over here. And let me just refresh this guy here. Let's see. Here, see? Pending deposit. Notice that I moved some money yesterday, ACH, and it's still pending. Whoops, let me do this real quick. Going to, whoa, that's cool. What the heck is that? That is so cool. I accidentally did something that was really cool. I just want to get this link for you guys. Whew. Huh. Ah, hooey. Come on, Rex. What are you doing? Ah, here it is. Good. Okay. So I'm going to paste my BlockFi affiliate link in here for you guys if you decide you want to try out BlockFi. I'll put this first. Let's do it here. Oh, there. This is BlockFi. Let's save that. Actually, there's like a blurb too. You might want to check out the BlockFi video from earlier. It's been getting pretty good views. Yeah, let's just do that. Just a little housekeeping. It'll leave it in there for me next week when I, redo the video. In fact, next week it should be my vanity link, the BlockFi at CryptoDad. So, anyway, they're a new partner of mine, similar to Crypto.com. I get a lot of offers from a lot of people. It has to be something I really believe in. You'd be surprised. I get, well, I guess maybe you wouldn't be surprised, but I get a lot of people. A lot of times, like if it's a coin, I don't shill coins. So I get a lot of offers from people that want me to promote their coin. I don't do that. But Crypto.com, actually they have their own coin, but they're more of a cryptocurrency exchange. So, if it's a product I believe in, like Ledger, or if it's a company that just wants me to do a demo on how to use their product, they'll a lot of times they'll send me their wallet and I'll demo their wallet or whatever. But I don't usually do coins. Like when people say, oh, we're a new startup coin, I don't do that. But BlockFi is pretty big, and they contacted me, and I thought that sounded cool. Yeah. Also, what's the deal with BTC? You sound like Jerry Seinfeld. I so love YouTube dark mode. This, my Chrome browser is in dark mode. My daughter showed me this dark mode for Chrome. I don't even know how she did it. She showed it to me. She's like, she knows how to do stuff. I said, I don't know how to do it. Yeah. But when you use BlockFi, they are controlling your crypto, right? You are not in control of your crypto. They are holding it on your behalf, right? But you're earning great interest. There may be, like for example, Kava is a coin which is at some point will allow you, and I believe you can do it now, to stake your Bitcoin. But you have to deposit it in their platform and let it convert to their Kava based Bitcoin, and then you can earn interest on it or stake it or whatever. But I found out a while back that Kava is basically runs on top of the Binance chain. So they had an upgrade and my funds were locked in there for a long time. It was like weeks. And I kept going on their Telegram and they were like, "Oh, we're waiting for Binance because the conversion requires Binance." And I'm like, "What do you mean Binance? Why does your platform depend on Binance?" All right. So, but I don't know that there's any ways to stake Bitcoin directly, right? Unless there's the Kava way, and then there's the wrapped Bitcoin. But wrapped Bitcoin is centralized too, right? So there's really no way to get away from the centralization issue, as far as I know, if you want to earn interest on your Bitcoin. And if you got Bitcoin, I'm not planning on selling Bitcoin anytime soon, right? So it's just sitting there. So I don't mind. I'm not going to put all of my Bitcoin in here, but whatever percentage you're comfortable with that you want to earn a little, you may want to put all your Bitcoin in here, right? They use Gemini for their custody. They store it in cold wallets. So pretty damn secure. But it is someone else's Bitcoin while it's in here, right? So you got to deal with that. I have $7,000 pending into my bank now for 4 days. What is dark mode? Dark mode is where it's dark. You see my Pancake is in dark mode. You can check that out. I switched over to dark mode Pancake Swap a while back. Pretty cool. So you can switch that. I'm not sure where. Somewhere. Oh, here. Yeah, you can switch it between dark and light mode. I like dark mode. All right. And then before I sign off, let's just check out Bunny. Bunny is a way to stake your cake, right? And if you notice there, I got some stake. My cake is staked, and I'm earning cake and Bunny, which is cool. Bunny is like $169 right now. So as you can see here in this cake thing, I've earned, Inferno Salvage. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. Notice I've earned 0.29 Bunny over the last couple of days. 0.29 Bunny is pretty good. It's like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. So the Binance Smart Chain, and this is the least risky, right? I'm using single coin staking, right? Cake or Bunny. Those are the two that I've got some Bunny in here. In the Bunny Boost, and I've got Cake in the Cake. And then this is the old one. The Bunny Boost is the new one. But you can do liquidity pools, but liquidity pools are a little riskier, right? Because one of the other coins could go up or down and you'd suffer in permanent loss. So I tend to stick with the single coin staking, like on Kebab Finance here. Check out Kebab. I'm using the Kebab pool to stake Kebab. Kebab is way off its highs, but I'm not panic selling, right? I'm just compounding, like I've earned about 0.7 Kebab today. I can compound that, which means I'm going to harvest it and put it right back in the pool. That's what a compound is. You're harvesting your rewards and re-staking them in the pool, right? Just letting it roll, right? Now, a lot of people do these farming where you've got these liquidity pools, right? You have to create a liquidity pool first, right? So adding liquidity requires, equal amounts of two different coins. It helps the platform do their trades, right? You're providing liquidity to the other people. View on Binance again. Oh, that was a long time ago. unless I just did something I wasn't planning on. But I like staking single coins myself. It's a little less risky. Stake cake. You could flip pancakes and stake cake. But like I said, we did that article earlier about the rug pull. The Binance Smart Chain TurtleDEX rug pull. So the new ones that come out, you know, you kind of want to balance yourself out. You want to look for the newer ones because they pay higher returns, but you have to be careful because the newer ones are more likely to be shady or whatever, right? They're a little riskier. But like some of these new ones that come out give you like 1,000 APY, 1,000% APY when they first start up. But buyer beware, right? There's no takebacks. You get to eat your cake and have it too. You get to have your cake and eat it too, right? So Binance Smart Chain. And then I think a couple weeks ago we did Bakery Swap is cool. It's been around a while, but they do a lot of NFTs. So you can mint NFTs, buy NFTs. They have a lot of Binance Smart Chain based NFTs that you can trade and sell on Bakery Swap. So that's another good thing. And then you remember, everyone was asking me, well, how do you liquidate on Binance Smart Chain? It's the same as we showed you, as I showed you earlier. You convert to BNB, and then you convert from Binance Smart Chain to Binance Chain, BEP2, and then you can liquidate to either Binance or Binance US. Both of those platforms, you know, trade BNB so that you can liquidate. So that would be the way to liquidate out of these. Now with these NFTs, like say we buy this cat guy or whatever. So we buy this cat guy, and then next month or next week or whatever, we double our money, we sell it back to somebody else. We'll get bake tokens, right? And then, well, how do we liquidate bake tokens? We would go to the exchange, and we would liquidate our bake for BNB, and then we would convert our BNB from Smart Chain to regular chain, and then deposit in Binance US or Binance. I know it's complicated, but it's really, there's a lot. The fees are cheap, and the transactions happen really fast, and there's a lot of action on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you there's a cheaper, faster, decentralized blockchain. Well, it's not perfect, right? It's a little bit centralized because it depends on Binance. NFTs are so dumb. They look ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? These pancake swap NFTs that I collected in my, where are they here? Collectibles. Yeah, I think this guy's kind of cool. The moving ones are cool, I think. Most of them are just GIFs or JPEGs, but there's a lot of moving ones, and there's programmability in NFTs that they can change based on the time of day, the price of Bitcoin, the price of the DAO. The possibilities are endless with these NFTs. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. It's a bit late. We haven't had dinner yet. My family's probably wondering what's going on. So I'm going to sign off. It's been great, guys. I'm sorry if I missed any questions. Bake better than 1 inch. I generally try to avoid the Ethereum blockchain, but I know that 1 inch is kind of one of those second tier things. But I don't use it that often. I wouldn't know how to compare them very well. So I can't really answer that question. Dexit. Okay, yeah, I got to go. Alex is here. All right, so I'm going to sign off, guys. Thank you for joining me, tonight. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me.